Baseball has always been a game of tension and release, moments of quiet that explode into pure chaos. Every pitch holds the possibility of magic, and in a Game 7, that magic feels heavier, louder, more electric. Tonight, the Toronto Blue Jays and the Seattle Mariners stand on that razor's edge, one game, one night, one shot at the World Series. Both fan bases have carried decades of longing. Toronto hasn't seen a fall classic since 1993, while Seattle still waits for its first ever World Series appearance. Tonight, one drought ends. The season comes down to 9 innings of heart-pounding drama. This series has been a roller coaster. Early on, Seattle dominated, taking the first 2 games in Toronto behind stellar pitching and a barrage of home runs. Julio Rodríguez and Jorge Polanco lit up the scoreboard, and the Mariners looked unstoppable. But when the series shifted west, the Jays found their rhythm and turned the tide completely. 13 runs in Game 3. 8 more in Game 4. Max Scherzer looked vintage, and Toronto's offense roared back to life. Game 5 swung the pendulum again, a bullpen collapse from Toronto and an unforgettable grand slam from Eugenio Suárez to steal a win for Seattle. But once the series returned home, the Jays responded with authority. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. crushed his 6th homer of the postseason, leading another statement win in Game 6 to force the decider. Now, it all comes down to this. The pitching duel is set, George Kirby for Seattle, Shane Bieber for Toronto. Kirby was rocked in his last start, giving up 8 earned runs, a nightmare he'll try to erase under the brightest lights. Bieber, steady and composed, knows what's at stake and will look to control the chaos early. Both teams have their aces ready in the bullpen. Toronto could turn to Gausman or Scherzer if things get tight, while Seattle has a deep stable of arms waiting, including Bryce Miller, Luis Castillo, and the unpredictable Bryan Woo, who could be the X-factor if he's healthy enough to deliver. The spotlight, though, might fall on Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who's been nearly untouchable this October. Pitchers fear him, fans adore him, and his bat might decide who goes home and who moves on. Seattle must also play flawless defense after their costly errors in Game 6. Every throw, every catch, every pitch, it all matters now. One game, one winner, one dream. By night's end, either Toronto or Seattle will finally break free from history. Baseball doesn't get any better than this.